Hello, hello, hello. Welcome to TruthorTube, where I have to show some horrifying images and graphic material to explain to humanity what's going on in our world today, June 7th, 2020. Here we go. I was searching my Twitter feeds and I found this post. This was actually from days ago. And this was from June 3rd. It's posted 23 minutes ago. But it says, seriously, how deep does this help cause? Seriously, how does this help the cause? This is not protesting. This is theft, dishonoring the memory of George Floyd. This is America. They have began robbing moving trains in packs of hundreds. Holy shit. I'm about to break it down for you guys and show you exactly what's going on. Like I showed you last night, the Red Dawn. It's, the takedown from within, the infiltration. The paid infiltration to disturb our country. Marxist, communist.
The train is moving. Train is moving, bro. Train is moving. These motherfuckers still on the spot for like.
TVs, huh? Wow.
The train is moving.
Wow.
Train is moving, bro.
And this is what they do. And I know this goes on. It does go on. And it does go on with semi trucks hauling things across the country also. But it's getting on a whole nother level.
Train is moving. These motherfuckers still on the spot for like.
That is something, man. You'd wonder where the helicopters are. You'd wonder where all the enforcement, the National Guard. Interesting. I have no idea where this was at. Doesn't say.
The train is moving.
Let me clear my voice. Let me get a good spit of the chemical-filled skies that I'm breathing in. Chemtrails in the last whole week, and today they're spraying us again, blankets and blankets of chemtrails in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's humid here, so your lungs are full of it, so you're clearing your throat always. It's called chemical and biological warfare, man, and I'm just posting some videos on my other channel about it. All right, listen to her. I like this, so true. I seen this yesterday, but listen to her.
Of this start now. The problem that bothers me, you said Black Lives Matter. I've worked here part-time. Plus, I'm a part owner of this store. You said Black Lives Matter. Why don't you choke me? I'm black. Look what you did to my store. No.
Awful.
I got a bag. These are my boots right here. Look at this. You got good things. Look, the Black Lives Matter. We've been here all night cleaning up. All night cleaning. And you got black people now right here with us. Tell me, Black Lives Matter. You lied. You wanted to loot in the store. You needed money. Get a job like I do. Stop stealing. This is the neighborhood. We're trying to build it up, and you tear it down. What's your...
That sucks. They cut it off. Thank you for, bless her heart. I hope they get a good GoFundMe account for this store because that's unfortunate. People work hard for it, things that they have, and then people that don't just have no respect come and take it or destroy it. It makes me sad for her. It really makes me want to cry. If I sit there and think about it too long, I will. I swear. It makes me Really sad to see our world in such chaos. Order out of chaos, supposedly, huh? Yeah, we'll see about that, huh? We need a worldwide revolution when we're done. Huh? I don't like this. Oh, I'm not even going to read this. Is garbage right here. I'm not even going to read that. I'm not even condone reading that garbage, that hate. Look at this. Are you kidding me? This is the garbage that I'm talking about. And I'm going to show you exactly why you need to be worried and you need to be protecting yourself at every day. Not worried, but just eyes open, ears open, eyes peeled, because we have deep shit going on when we have ex-generals of Obama working against us with the Marxists and communists. And I'm trying to show you guys this in multiple days, last few days. Rex Reviews. If you haven't ever been to Rex Reviews on YouTube, you might want to come over here and check him out. Wow, they're not going to let me do this? Let me make sure. Oh, I'm already subscribed, but why does it say I'm unsubscribed? See? Oh, shit. They're going to try to play with me here. Everybody can hear me, right? Everything going good? I'm a little fired up after seeing some things this morning, especially Rex Reviews, because he's so right on point. Okay? That I'm just like, really? If you haven't heard this, let's hear it. Let's go to it. Let me see if I can get this pulled up. Here it is. YouTube's starting to screw with me again. It won't let me share my damn screen. What the hell is going on, man? I had screens pulled up. This is not censored with the 18 and plus. I'm not showing anything violent. I'm just trying to show you what's up. Heads up, rural America. Heads up, America. Let's check out Rex Reviews. If you haven't been over here, you definitely need to check his video channel out. Tibosaurus Rex, here we go.
Howdy guys, Rex here. We're going to give you an after-action report on what we saw.
It's not working?
Fog came through our area. So this is an alert for everybody kind of in rural America, because they have announced their targets openly because they perceive their targets to all be soft targets. And so they have such hubris to where they're just saying what they're going to do, and then they follow through and execute time after time. Amazingly, they've been met with very little resistance in a lot of the country. People are starting to pick up on that, and people are starting to stand their ground. So we've seen models that have worked to repel the rioters and the arsonists and the looters, and we've seen recipes that have not worked to repel the rioters, the arsonists, and the looters. Now, clarification of terminology.
Okay, hold on, guys.
I don't know why I have to go over this, but apparently I have to. A lot of people have an IQ below 70.
Oh.
And so here we go.
Here we go. I got problems with the screw tube. They are highly censoring my damn channel. I'm sick of it, and I'm going to go sign the petition against these social media platforms. And I'm going to show you another video by CJ Blaze. It's very, very informative from somebody else's video that is coming out of Ventura, California. And it's about the HR 6666. All right. This is bullshit. I can't even share my stuff on here because they're censoring me. One way or another, almost every other stream, or lots of streams, and here they are doing it again. I can't even get my friggin' screen up here to share with you guys. It's I got 7 people in here, which is, oh, wow, you guys got your notifications, but I can't get the friggin' screen up here to show you. So I'm just gonna play this video and maybe you can hear the sound. I can't even check my damn. Right now, the damn thing won't even let me show my screen it won't show me the screen where you guys are chatting. Really? They're going to censor me this hard, working fine? Can you guys see the screen share? Because I'm going to try to share it again before they're just, all my whole monitor's flickering and it's doing all kinds of stuff. Can you see it now? Let's see. Can you, every time I come over to look at the chat, they turn it on me. So, guys, I'm going to play Rex Reviews video, and then I'm going to head on out because they're obviously censoring this video. But you need to hear what Rex has to say.
A protester is not a problem. People who are protesting for the death of George Floyd or Michael Brown or whoever, or I don't know, pick your topic, whatever your outrage is, everyone has the right to protest. It is a constitutional right to peaceably assemble. It is also the constitutional right.
Sorry, guys. Let me see what's up, man. This is just too crazy. Let me close out some things. All right, let me try it now. I'm sorry, guys. This is frustrating. Come on, Rex.
Other people to peaceably assemble to protest your protest. So I recognize everyone's right to speak their mind peacefully.
Peacefully.
When I'm talking about rioters and organized crime and even terrorism, okay, which is what the President of the United States is looking at classifying Antifa as a terrorist organization because they are very well organized. They are specifically trying to burn down the country, cause insurrection, to destroy the way of life and destroy the United States of America. They openly say that.
Openly.
Now there is some overlap between protesters and rioters, where the protesters become rioters halfway through, or they actually provide support and cover knowingly for the rioters. Most protesters on this particular movement ain't all that bright. So they don't realize that they're being used as human shields for terrorist groups like Antifa, who start people's houses on fire, who beat up old people on the interstate after they block it with 1 million people, pull them out of their cars, and kick them in the head until all their teeth are gone. That's not protesting, that's rioting. Rioting is a lethal threat, okay? On the force continuum of using deadly force lawfully, if someone is trying to cause serious bodily harm to you or someone else, or trying to kill you, and you believe that that's really the case, that justifies and warrants the lawful use of lethal force. I'm not a lawyer. I'm not giving you legal advice. Look it up. Ask your lawyer. Ask your district attorney. Well, we'll see what they have to say. But study it out. I'm not giving legal advice here. But rioting is way different than protesting. Protesting is talking, which is fine. Rioting is swinging pipes, which is a lethal weapon, throwing bricks, which are lethal weapons, and hurling Molotov cocktails or flaming mattresses at buildings with people in them, which is also a lethal attack. All those things warrant deadly force. Again, check with your lawyer. I'm not offering legal advice. Now that we got that off the table, hopefully, I'll still see commentaries of people who can barely wipe their own butt saying, Rex, why would you want to harm protesters? I do not want to harm anybody, not even the rioters, let alone the protesters. So get those terms squared away. We are talking about rioters who are trying to kill you and burn your city to the ground. In very plain English, now we know what we're talking about. Here's how they work. What we've seen in the area here is it started in Minneapolis. It went to all the major cities in the country, and now they are moving, after they announced that they're moving, to rural communities to take what is theirs and cause maximum havoc and chaos and panic. Okay? That's what they are saying on their Craigslist ads to recruit and hire people. By the way, if you are a paid protester to provide cover for a terrorist organization like Antifa, guess what? You're complicit and you're in the same boat as them. It's like Saddam Hussein putting little kids on anti-aircraft positions after he starts a war. It's unhonorable. And you're just as bad as them. So don't be a useful idiot in this fight. The way they operate, they will case the place with computers first. They'll look at it, they'll size it up, they'll see how many people live there, and they're working their way towards a lot of symbolic targets and symbolically actually taking out rural America to put the fear into the hearts and minds of good old rural America. And they perceived rural America to be a soft target. And in some cases it has been, because people were not equipped to understand the level of evil coming at them. And they did not prepare ahead of time to kick their ass out of their town peacefully before they could start some real stuff. Okay? So they will send scouts. Number one, they send a recon element. They case it, just like a criminal will. I saw it 3 or 4 days prior to them arriving in our town. So I was already kind of like, already kind of ready to roll. Like, okay, we started a communications network. We started planning ahead of time. You cannot plan the day they come. That's not enough time. So we started planning at least 3 or 4 days ahead of time, kind of different contingencies. What if this happens? What if that happens? And also psychologically preparing for what might need to be required to prevent your town from being burned to the ground, or to prevent innocent people trying to commute down the highways from being pulled out of their cars and beaten to death by a bunch of idiots.
Have a plan. Be ready.
So they'll case the town first. They'll be snooping around, looking around. Anyone who's done any kind of security work, police work, military intelligence work will definitely recognize them.
Oh, yeah.
If your community is already filled with a bunch of losers, they're going to be hard to spot because that's their MO. You will see them from a mile away. Some of them are very, very professional. Most of the recon element is so they have recon, and then they have agitators, professional agitators, which are basically scumbag thugs. You will spot the thugs unless you already got thugs in your town. Well, then they'll be camouflaged in the thug population. In our town, we don't have thugs because they just don't really happen. There might be one for a minute, and then he gets his ass kicked, and then he's not a thug anymore, or he leaves, okay? But they will send these agitators in, and they'll just kind of be hopping around, drooling, waiting, chomping at the bit, and they will be talking and bragging about all the horrible things they want to do to your town. So keep your ears open. This is not a time to just have your head on your cell phone all day, okay? Looking at your, Netflix program or whatever the hell. This is a time to keep your head on a swivel, kind of be scanning around you at all times. Maintain peripheral awareness. Because if you're smart and aware and alert, you will see them. The way you will tell that they're planning something is they will say it. They will be bragging about all the loot and booty they're excited to get in your town. Seriously, that's what happened in my town. They came and sat right next to me at the restaurant and just started flapping their mouth, and I'm like, okay. And so you find them, get pictures of their automobiles, their faces, their license plate numbers ahead of time, so that when you see them later, you can connect the dots and issue appropriate information and intelligence to your law enforcement agencies or whoever you need to get their ass corrected if they pull some bad stuff later. And so that's what we did, okay? The other thing they're going to do is they actually have a group of very, very professional managers and controllers. And they're going to be rolling around. These guys are a bit more sober. They're a bit more on point, on task. And they will be riding around during the protest looking for a soft target to take. Main Street, some kind of symbolic target, a neighborhood that looks real nice, does not appear to be defended all that well. Nice areas that will look good on their Facebook pages and on the news and scare the hell out of everybody when they see it on fire. So they're going to be going for landmark type stuff, main drags, stuff like that, or even neighborhoods. But they're going to weigh it out with soft targets. They're scouts on motorcycles. There's scouts in rental cars, a lot of rental cars. And you'll see scouts with foreign or out-of-state plates. So that's going to be one way to recognize those guys just right off the bat. And so they'll be riding around, taking pictures, looking at things with binoculars, taking real diligent notes, and then just kind of riding around all over checking it out. And you will see them later when it comes down to it. And they'll propagate the message, what appears to be through some kind of sophisticated communication network, probably an encrypted cell phone app. Hey, everyone converge on this pin right now. And so you have to be able to and ready to outmaneuver them. So when they start to move on a point, you need enough people in your community to be squared away and know what the drill is. So create a community awareness with everybody. And there are certain elements of your community that you might not normally appreciate, like your hardcore Second Amendment guys, like your ridiculous over-the-top veterans who are looking for maybe a little bit of therapy, like maybe some of your angry local biker gangs, which live in your town, but keep it to a semi-copacetic level. So you need to utilize whatever help you can get of people who are not scared to confront this evil shit when it comes to your town. Okay? So you need to find men with balls, guns, and follow through. Okay? Then you need to outmaneuver them. They will, as soon as the protest gets underway, these guys will be scouting. You need to be on them. After the protests split up, they'll metastasize and spread out, or they'll move as a group, or they'll split into several groups. It depends on the situation. They're going to move out and find all these different areas to attack. And they communicate, and everyone all of a sudden shows up. So you have to be able to outmaneuver them. The second you see them even starting to assemble in an area, you need to make a polite, strong, deterring introduction. So you roll up and you say, hey guys, what's up? And you need to be ready. And you need to be psychologically prepared to have the follow-through required. They will read you if you're bullshitting them. If you come up all timid and nice, it ain't going to work. These people only understand strength. That's it. Okay? So if you're not prepared to do that, find one of your buddies who is. Okay? What will then happen is they will continuously, you got to have patience. You can't just abandon your post the second it looks like they're gone, because some of the guys have patience and they stay up late at night, and they will be waiting until everyone goes home, and then they'll go try to burn something down. So you got to maintain your post. You got to hold your ground. You might have to stay up beyond your bedtime, God forbid. But this is a legitimate situation that requires serious attention. Unless you want your city to burn down, okay? What happened after they left our town? They left around midnight. They couldn't find any fun. They could not find any soft targets in our town. We made it very clear that the entire city, every community, was a hard target. And that there was plenty of people watching for them, communicating with the local law enforcement, which I'd highly recommend to do if they're on your side. If not, well, then you're going to have to do it yourself. You do not need permission to defend your city. You do not need permission to defend your community. That's a God-given right. You don't need to ask the cops. It's good to if you think they might be on your side. But if you think it might cause more harm on you, sometimes it's easier forgiven than to get permission. Sometimes it's easier forgiven than to get permission. So if that's the way you have to roll because of whatever's going on in your town, you have the God-given right to defend your community and your family and your house. Period. Okay? After that, they rolled out of town. They couldn't find any hard targets. They didn't really want to fight with any of the other small towns. They are now hitting small towns. Listen up, small town USA. They come to your town. These guys are sophisticated. They have really good help. They're using Wi-Fi electronic jammers to take care of your security systems, your digital security cameras around your house that are all on Wi-Fi networks, and on your vehicles and your cell phones. They're hitting them with jammers. It just happened. I just got told by people in the area who it happened to, plus other neighbors who have family there. They rolled down the road another 60 or 100 miles, and they hit the place with Wi-Fi jammers at like 3 in the morning, and they broke into all the trucks, and they stole all the guns and all the cash they could find. Guns and cash. If there was anything else worth valued in there, they ignored it. So they're now arming themselves with your weapons. So here's a heads up. Don't leave your vehicle unsecured unless you're on post. Don't just leave stuff in there overnight that you don't want to get stolen and used against you later. So if I know that in a lot of America, it's standard operating procedure to use your truck as a gun cabinet, okay? Because it was so peaceful up here. But now there are freaking communist invading radicals going through your neighborhoods with high-tech equipment to jam all your communications while they steal all your shit. So lock up your guns, boys. Lock them up. Better off, hold them in your hand, full 24-hour security with some buddies. Economic times are bad? Good. Perfect timing. That means that you and your buddies can get together and you can do rotating shifts, fire watch. You can keep one guy awake looking up and down the street. They see anything sketchy, they get on the horn, and they hit the panic button, and everyone shows up.
That's what I am.
So that's what I had to share with you guys. There's a lot more to it, but basically they send scouts. They like to be braggadocious about it. They fit the MO in most cases. There are a few of the controllers who are very well squared away. They're technically proficient, which means they have higher help. They seem to have good command structure. And actually, there's a bunch of U.S. generals that worked with Obama, and after he left, they're now being paid tremendous amounts of money to run this operation. This is a military operation. This is a military insurgency being paid for by foreign entities.
Did you hear
So
that?
treat it like one. It's time to wake up.
Paid
This ain't
for
flat range time anymore. This is real shit.
by
So you
foreign
need to protect your
entities.
communities. I don't care how small they are. The community I know they hit is like less than 1,000 people. And they hit it at night at 3 a.m. with high-tech electronic warfare, turning off all your stuff and stealing all your shit. So you need to keep your head on a swivel. You need to have old school security mechanisms in place. If you don't have an angry dog, maybe get one. If you don't have angry bikers, maybe go down to the bar and find a relationship with some of those guys. They will get on the same page. The Hells Angels are now working even with the Mongols, or whatever what do they call that guy? The Mongols?
Mm-hmm.
The different biker gangs are finding commonality here. They're like, wait a minute, we just like to party. These guys are trying to burn down our party area. So if you need to find allies to do that job that you don't want to do, I'm just saying, in reality, sometimes you gotta find people with common points to be peripheral support. Do they need to be in your inner circle? No, but they are more than happy to repel Antifa. Okay, does that make sense? So that find those people and kiss and make up and get them together. I've seen cowboys and bikers get along just fine, along with veterans and dads and high school teachers and like professional architects and oil field guys and roughnecks all working together as a community to repel a common enemy. Okay? This should take priority in your lives right now.
Right now.
Okay? So get your stuff squared away. If your magazines are not all loaded, they should be. They always should be.
Always.
Make sure all your stuff is ready to rock. You got your Minuteman kit so you can roll in 1 minute to be a quick reaction force for anyone that might need assistance. Once you get word that they are headed toward your town, immediately and kindly, because we're nice and we respect their protesting part of the deal, even though we know they're using them as human shields and cover. We'll let them protest, but if someone starts to get stupid, immediately correct that shit. All right. Hopefully that's helpful for you guys. Be safe, but do not expect there to be help to come to you. It is incumbent upon every citizen of the country that is of able-minded body to stand watch over their own community and preserve their own liberties.
That was Rex. Okay, check them out, guys. That is the most important video that I could have shared, and I had to put that out there for those that didn't see that. And please go to that video, maybe rewatch it again and think about what he said all day. I've been thinking about it all morning when I've been, probably nobody can hear me because it sounds like my microphone's not working. You know, the thing is that this is going to happen. Okay, you need to be prepared mentally. This is psychological warfare, infiltration from within, but from our enemies. That means these Marxist communists. All right, much love and light. I don't think my microphone's working. Take care.